How's it going, man?
Man, it's going.
I went to Party City. Do you have Party City in Texas where you are?
Yeah, they just closed down the one
Yeah.
here. Actually, yeah. I guess I don't know if it's everywhere, but yeah.
Today's my daughter's birthday, so I had to go pick up some balloons yesterday, and they happened to be open, and they were having a closeout sale where you can. I went up and down every aisle. I was like, surely there's something here for 70% off that I would want, and there was nothing. But I did come across a Jurassic Park kids section, and it had the concrete looking Jurassic Park sign that was made out of styrofoam, and I'm like, I should buy this for Cody. And then I thought, who am I? What am I doing there?
Yeah. I mean, it would have been greatly appreciated.
Yeah. I figured you're one and done. I don't have to buy you Jurassic Park things all the time now.
Is the gift hanging over there? Do we see the?
No, but his wall's pretty full.
Come on, Cody.
Well, so I was going to, but I have a tendency to just wheel back into this wall all the time.
Yep.
And I don't want to break that thing.
I understand.
Me, yeah, I'm a pretty clumsy, big old son of a gun. So
I feel it. What I notice you have different types of music. What would you say is your favorite artist?
Favorite artist of all time,
music-wise?
Probably. I mean, Black Sabbath or The Doors. One of the two.
Doors, huh?
The Doors. Yeah.
Yeah. I see a little Danzig, a little Rush, a little Woodstock. You like a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I have a pretty wide range. I mean, pretty much anything made before like 9/11.
Danzig going on tour this year, and I think he's going to be in Texas, isn't he?
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
So I'm definitely looking.
Would you go to that? Because I know you don't like to leave the house.
I like going to concerts sometimes. Yeah. So I'd go see that. Marilyn Manson's going on tour. He'll be here in May. I'll be trying to go to that one.
Every once in a while, somebody will say something on the show, and then like Galvin will text me a week later and go, I just want to let you know you got a residual laugh. I just laughed again thinking about something you said on the show. And I will tell you that over the weekend, I was driving with my wife, and I told her when I asked you about your girlfriend, you said you wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school. It made me laugh again. You got a residual laugh out of it. All right, what do we have this week, Cody?
So got some album coincidences.
Okay.
So first one. So in 1969, 1 year before Black Sabbath released their self-titled debut album, the band Coven released their album Witchcraft Destroys Minds. The opening track on that album was titled Black Sabbath.
Oh, wow.
And the bass player of that band was a guy named Oz Osbourne.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then, a little related to what we were talking about. So in 2001, the synth pop duo I Am the World Trade Center released their debut album. The 11th track on the album was called September. So you may think that seems like it might be a little bit poor taste.
Yeah.
Except the album was released on July 17th, 2001, 2 months before the 9/11 attack.
Wow. How crazy is that? I would investigate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think there's quite a few of those weird coincidences with 9/11. It's like, Jesus.
There was a period of time where, do you remember Van Halen came out? Well, David Lee Roth came out with Eat 'Em and Smile. And then Van Halen came out with OU812. And then there were a lot of, so there was REM came out with an album called Green. And there was a band in Atlanta called Green, so they named their album REM. There was just a couple of those back and forth that you should do it. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So that was for the album coincidences. Then I just have some random ones. So have you ever seen the movie Black Christmas?
I have not.
The horror movie? Okay, so it was like a pretty controversial horror movie. Came out in, I believe, 1974. So the same guy that made that controversial horror film is the same guy who made another classic Christmas movie, A Christmas Story.
Oh, really?
The movie he made in between those was Porky's.
No, he's all over the place.
The weirdest combination of movies I've ever heard.
Still one of the greatest teen movies ever, Porky's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kim Cattrall.
Without one single teen in it.
Yeah,
they were all like 42.
Yeah.
I'm in high school, really? Because you look a lot older.
And then I got one more. So during the filming of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, filming coincided on Easter. Like one of the days they were filming happened to be Easter. So the cast and crew took a break, had a massive Easter egg hunt on the set of the movie. So they ended up missing a couple of eggs. And whenever you watch the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show, you can look out and see a couple of Easter eggs in the background.
That's funny.
And that's where the movie term Easter egg comes from.
Shut up.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you notice that, because I do for sure, that with the success of what you do on social media, more and more copiers are starting to pop up?
I don't really notice it because I don't actually go on social media very much. I mean, really just to, post stuff. I try to stay off of it as much as possible.
Yeah, there's been a couple of, like, I saw a guy the other day who had something very interesting, but for some reason I don't know. Like, when you say stuff, I believe it. This guy doesn't see. Anyway, he said that I forgot the name, but he said on a boat there was a crash, and the guy's name was
Richard Parker.
Maybe, I don't remember. And then another guy died a couple of years later and had the same name, and then
it's Richard Parker.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, because Edgar Allan Poe wrote a book about, like, a book where the person who survives is a guy named Richard Parker, and then a couple of, like, it's about 40 years later, I believe, there was an actual same thing. A boat crashed. The only guy that survived was the guy that survived was a cabin boy named Richard Parker. And then that's why, if you ever seen the movie Life of Pi, the tiger is named Richard Parker. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. I just see a couple other people popping up doing, trying to piggyback off of what you do a little bit, and it's all different. Like, there's room for everybody, but I really enjoy yours. So if you want to check out Cody, you can check him out on Instagram at the Cody Tucker Show, or on YouTube. Why don't you like the social media? You don't. I would, especially for the TikTok for the girls or something.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't use TikTok at all.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's nothing on there for me to really see. I mean, it's all just a bunch.
But I learned so much from like, you ever watch those police audit clips where guys will go out and videotape, like, in a public area until the cops throw them out?
Well, I do. Every once in a while, I do kind of get in a habit of, like, I'll go down a little rabbit hole for a little bit, and then I try to just put the phone away as long as possible.
Yeah. You got your balance,
trash
man.
reality TV. Huh?
You got good balance. I'll go into the toilet and watch videos until I get hemorrhoids.
Well, I definitely do that. I'll definitely have both legs fall asleep. I feel like Christopher Reeve trying to get off of the toilet. But yeah, that's definitely happened a few times.
You sure you still don't want to go on the cruise?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably. I mean, I might do it, but I wouldn't want to. I mean, I do things I don't want to do all the time.
I understand. You ever go see stand-up comedy?
Not really. I've seen, like, Tom Segura. Saw him a while back. No, I mean, I'm gonna go to Austin towards later this year.
Right.
Or go to the old mothership.
Yeah.
All that. But yeah, no, I don't really go to a lot of things.
All right. Just checking.
I'm very hermit-like.
Yeah. Well, that isn't bad,
That's why he knows all this stuff.
Right,
he stays home and reads everything.
Yeah. I think you inspired me. I started reading over the Christmas break.
Oh, really? What'd you read? Anything?
I went to Barnes & Noble, believe it or not, with my daughter. We happened to be in an outdoor mall area, and they had a bookstore, and I went in there. To pee and left with two books. I bought a book about Rikers Island, the prison in New York, because my dad used to work there. And I bought Al Pacino's autobiography, which I have not started reading yet. So I'm getting there. I got new glasses, so now that I can see, I'm more likely to start reading a little bit.
When you read the Al Pacino biography,
in his voice,
you read it in his voice, you have to. Yeah.
And depending on the stage, it's going to be a little in the beginning, and it's going to be a later on. Yeah. All right, Cody, thank you. We'll check in with you again next week, and then we are going to be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl week. So I don't know how we're going to be able to connect or not, or I'm sure it'd be the same way, but we'll figure all that out.
Yeah. Are you going to be there for the whole week?
We're going there on Tuesday, on Tuesday, and then we'll begin broadcasting Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then we're getting the hell out of there before the Super Bowl.
That's a good idea. I mean, going there is probably a mistake in general. But.
I know you would not be motivated to go, but we enjoy Radio Row because you get a bunch of guests in one room that you don't normally get, and plus it is New Orleans. So, and now I don't know. Have you been to New Orleans? Do you like that? You seem like
not a fan.
No, because of the people, the crowds, or what?
The overwhelming smell of urine.
Yes.
I grew up in New York, so I'm used to that. I'm not worried
Well,
about it.
yeah. I didn't grow up like stepping in puddles of urine and.
Oh, you better never come to the studio, Cody.
Yeah.
Well, my own urine.
I took a picture of a dirty puddle in New Orleans when I was there last time for WrestleMania, and I just put a picture up on Instagram. And I said, "This is New Orleans in one picture. This is just a dirty puddle."
Yeah, I don't like the food. I don't like the music. The whole thing is just
the two things people love the most about New Orleans. Cody doesn't like at all. The food and the music.
Both of them.
Yeah. Hilarious. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be live enjoying both next week, so we'll check in.
All right, man. Sounds good. You have a good one.
Cody Tucker. See you, buddy. He's so funny.